The NASCAR Cup Series is heading out to the North Wilkesboro Speedway for the 2025 All-Star Race. And this race right here is non-points paying, but it is paying you a $1 million check. This race right here is very big because it could help you get good setups for tracks like Richmond, Bristol, Martinsville, and to an extent Dover. But Dover is very quick, but it can help you with the braking setups. But this race right here, though, on top of that, will give you $1 million. And $1 million, don't get me wrong, is not worth the same or value as it was in, let's say, 1992. Times have changed. Inflation is a thing. And I believe in this day and age with the economy and how rich some of these people are in NASCAR, but the conversation is going to have to be had about increasing the pay for this race because $1 million is a lot of money. Do not get me wrong. It is a lot of money. But for these teams, that's pocket change. And that's a one-car wreck. And you're putting $1 million on it and it's going to waste. So I think they got to increase the pay in order to make these teams really competitive and want to give it their all on wreck drivers like we saw back in the 90s or Dale Earnhardt Sr., making it interesting, giving us storylines to talk about. These teams aren't going to do that. The cars are not cheap, and they're not going to risk damaging them significantly. But today I'm here to give y'all my full-on predictions for the race. It's going to be tricky to give a dark horse, but I will give one that won a race this year, and particularly in a mile and a half, and also one that didn't win one last year, but he was very competitive. But there you go there. But on to the intro we go. Winning the 2025 NASCAR All-Star Race out in North Wilkesboro is going to be the 5-car of Kyle Larson. And yes, I do have an asterisk beside his name because, well, he's going to be participating in the Indianapolis 500 this year. And in order to participate in it officially, he's got to qualify for it. And next week on Saturday, we got qualifying. And Sunday, we got the Fast Six and the last two row qualifiers. Or last row qualifiers, like so many drivers. I'm not an IndyCar fanatic. I keep up with it. I'll watch the 500, don't get me wrong. But I really don't know too much about the sport. I'm not going to lie to you here about it. But he's going to have a very big weekend in Indianapolis. And assuming he's going to have great pace since he's in a McLaren, he's going to make it to Sunday, the Fast 6. And, or the Fast 12, I don't know. Don't quote me, IndyCar fans. But he's going to make it to Sunday. And if he makes it to Sunday, he's going to more than likely be cutting it very close with the All-Star race in North Wilkesboro. And you may say, well, the All-Star race isn't really a points-paying race and this and that. But I believe that last year when Larson did the 500 and had that little rain delay and made it to Charlotte late, and Charlotte got rained out, so they called it early. He didn't make a lap. I think NASCAR put the fear of God to him and the 5 team and Hendrick Motorsports overall, saying that if you do this again, we're never going to give you a waiver. And I think that team right there is going to keep that same mindset here for the All-Star race. They know that NASCAR can't really do much since it's a non-points paying race, but they can really be much stricter and be much uptight to us. Like for an instance, they may, let's say inspection, the whole inspection thing takes around 10 minutes at most, but it may take 10 minutes for the 45 team, and it may take 30 for the 5 team. You never know. And NASCAR could very well just make life much more difficult for Hendrick Motorsports and that 5 team. So NASCAR did enough last year to where Hendrick Motorsports isn't going to test the waters. They're going to make sure Kyle is back for the All-Star race. And Kyle's obviously going to qualify for the 500. If he makes it to Sunday, he may do a lap or two early on and see what that does and just leaves and goes to Charlotte, even goes to North Wilkesboro. I'm getting my words set up here. But yeah, he's going to win the All-Star race. But it's going to be very interesting to see if he really makes it there on time. But I assume he will, so no worries there. Second place, Chase Briscoe in the 19. Chase Briscoe, man, he has had a up and down season so far. I think he's going to do really well here in North Wilkesboro. Third place is going to be the 45 car of Tyler Reddick. Tyler Reddick, he has been up and down this year also, but when he's hot, he's hot. He's in the mix for wins, and I think Reddick is a driver to keep an eye on here, especially at this short track here. Fourth place, Chase Elliott in the 9. Chase Elliott, I just don't know the trajectory of this team with Alan Gustafson as crew chief. I think that the time of him being the team leader is starting to come to an end. I think with Rodney Childress on the sideline, you got to give him the call at some point. And I know Chase Elliott fans are going to agree with me here when I say this. Give him the call. Alan is a very good crew chief. He has done some big things in the sport of NASCAR over time, working with Chase Elliott and also the one and only Jeff Gordon, he was in the Hall of Famer, but he's a future owner of Hendrick Motorsports, because Rick Hendrick, yes, he's going to own his team for many more years, but once his day comes and he decides, you know what, I'm going to go on a beach and just enjoy my life, Jeff Gordon's going to be the guy that takes over this. He's the future owner of the team. But yeah, he was a crew chief for Jeff Gordon. But yeah, there you go there. But yeah, P4 for him. Denny Hamlin, P5. My dark horse here is going to be Josh Berry. Just because he's guaranteed into the race. He's very good at short tracks. But if I was going for someone that would have to qualify themselves in, would be Ryan Preece. So keep an eye on him. But there you go there. There is my 2025 NASCAR Cup Series All-Star Race predictions. What do you think? Comment down below.